My brother, can you hear me?
I hear you. How you doing?
What's up?
What's good?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
You ready to come on in? There's the man, KinstonKilla. No one really. How you doing?
Yo. What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. Happy Thursday to you. How you living?
I'm living, man. It's been amazing. It's been fantastic. A lot of things has been, transpiring over here in a positive way. So, everything's been good.
Man, I love to hear that. There's nothing better than knowing that the people that you cheer for are winning and succeeding. You know what I mean?
100%.
Absolutely. Well, I know that we've, like I said, we've been connected for, I don't even know how long now. It's been quite a while. But I'm just very grateful for your friendship and for the time that I've spent getting to know you. And I'm looking forward to sitting down and talking to you and starting to dive in. Because I think oftentimes we get to know a content creator online and we get to learn and peel back onions a little bit about their lives. But it's only really the stuff that is like real surface level. It doesn't get much deeper than that. And I'm not saying I'm trying to put your government name out on the streets like that, but I do want to get to know a little bit more about you and how you tick and who helped shape you to become the person you are and why. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. I like that. I love that. You were definitely right about that. Thank you for even letting me be on this on your platform, your podcast.
Yeah, man.
I always been a fan of it. I love what you're doing. I love that you put the spotlight on other people and just uplift people in a positive spirit. So, hey, I'm excited.
I appreciate the kind words, man. I'm ready. Everybody in the chat, if you're new here, 21 questions, pretty straightforward. I've got a list of 21 questions that I've kind of curated and picked out for Kinston. And we're just going to kind of run through them. But you guys are more than welcome if the conversation takes you in a certain direction to ask questions and to, kind of pose questions in the chat. I don't want to keep them all night long, but I definitely want to make sure you guys are involved and we kind of go from there. So with that being said, are you ready to go?
I am ready. Let's do it.
You are ready? Okay, the first question I got for you. This is a bit of a throwback. It's been a long time probably since all of us have been able to do any of this. But what was the last concert you attended?
Ooh, man, last concert. Oh, man. Chris Brown concert.
Oh, man.
It was a Chris Brown concert,
Chris
man.
Breezy.
Yeah, Chris Breezy, man.
Oh, how was it?
It was amazing, man. They had, it was Chris Brown, OT Genesis. Man, it was, I can't remember everybody that was there, but it was a good lineup, and I decided to go. It was a last minute thing. It was downtown, and so it was an awesome night, and it was a great performance. So I enjoyed it.
He's one of those artists who, is in that weird category, at least for I think our age group, where his maturation and development sort of happened at the same time as ours. 100%. And so you end up in a situation where you're growing and listening to his music and being influenced by him while he's doing the same in his life. So that's definitely that's on my list. Chris Brown for sure.
Yeah, I definitely when I never seen him live, and I was like, I'm a person that really likes to watch people just instead of just standing on the stage like dancing, moving, entertaining,
literally entertaining.
My next one is Bruno Mars, though.
Oh,
100%.
Man. Yeah, that would be sick. That would be sick. You know what? Kind of in that same vein, filling in that category of not just musician or performer, but like real entertainer. Justin Timberlake, I saw, and he's in that category too.
Oh, yeah. How was that? I bet that was amazing.
Oh, so good. Just a showman. And again, another person where, for our age group, a massive influence and has had his music sort of be the soundtrack of our lives in different moments for different things. So it was very cool, and I would highly recommend seeing JT if you get a chance to.
Oh, definitely. We got to check it out.
Yeah, man. Kaylin says that's the last concert that Kaylin went to, too. You love to see it.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I know, right? What was the last show that you binge watched?
Listen, I am a huge fan of Money Heist. If y'all haven't seen it on Netflix.
I keep seeing the thumbnail. What is it?
All right, so it's pretty much about probably 8 to 9 individuals, and they pull off a heist.
Okay.
But when they do the heist, it's like suspense, thriller. I'm very into shows that is very unpredictable. You know, that show you will never guess what will happen.
Yeah.
Never.
That's fun. Okay.
Oh.
Is it? So it's not a reality show. It's an actual like scripted show with actors.
Yep, scripted show.
Okay.
Man, it's called Money Heist on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, please take the time out and watch it. Let me know your thoughts.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think about it.
I'm gonna have to check that out because Mrs. Kimbroplays and we just banged out Squid Game this weekend. Ooh. And we enjoyed it. I know it had a controversial ending for some people, but I definitely was a fan of the artwork. So the artistry and what it takes to even make a show. And it was good. So I'm going to have to put Money Heist on the list next.
Yes. Let me know what you think of it.
I will. Shout out to Lion's Den is in the building.
Hey, my guy.
Lion's Den, what a legend. Appreciate you stopping through, spending some time with us. Always good to see you, my brother. I hope you're doing well. I know you're a big Yankees fan. I'm sorry about your Bronx Bombers, brother. Hey, as a Cleveland Indians fan, we didn't make it either. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And if I'm not mistaken, Kinston, you rocking a Pittsburgh Pirates hat?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just a fan of hats.
Okay.
So it's not really like, because if you look over here to right behind me, you'll see a whole stack of hats.
A whole stack.
There. Yeah. So I just like hats, and but honestly, one team that I always rock with. I'm a Philly fan, so Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. The Phillies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm big on.
All right, I like it. I got nothing but love for Philly, to be quite honest. You know, it's being a rival state. You would think that there would be beef, but that mutual hatred for Pittsburgh just sort of rocks with us. So I'm chilling with Philly. Cleveland, Columbus, we're chilling with Philly. So Lions Den says he's out.
Oh no! Come back here.
I'm out already. My boy Jay Gotti rocking the Giants. Los Gigantes, brother. I love it. Kinston, all right, I'm gonna take you in the Wayback Machine. All right. When you were younger, growing up,
yeah,
I feel like most kids do. What did you want to be when you grew up? Like, what was your dream aspiring to be?
My dream was to be an artist.
Okay.
To be an artist or be some type of creator of sorts, right? I was really into drawing, anime. I'm a real big anime fan. So my appreciation for the art and the time that they put into it, it really strikes me, you know?
Yep.
So I always wanted to see my art in a museum or, you know, hanging up somewhere or something like that, you know? So when I was growing up and when I did art and when I drew, and it was a way to express myself in a way, but also it was a way for others to appreciate my creation, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I completely get it. You know, I think we've maybe talked about it before, but I was a drummer and played drums in college and have been a musician forever. So the same way that you talked about, you know, utilizing this medium to express emotion and let people into your world, and having that feedback from them, I absolutely get the same vibe. Do you still create now?
I do, but I think it's more on the aspect of my daughter. My daughter, she's really touching into art and really expressing herself through art, through paint, through coloring, through, you know, all these different layers when it comes to art and crafts.
Okay.
And so me just taking the time out and helping her, and then that's a great way for us to really connect. You know what I mean? As father and daughter. So
that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. And you know, cheering her on and rooting for her so she can kind of find her own way as far as her artwork goes. That's beautiful.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I love it, man. Okay. Speaking of your daughter, and this is probably an influencing factor.
Okay.
You and your family, you're going to go travel, right? You're going to be headed somewhere. Are you the kind of guy who wants to drive there, or do you want to fly?
All right. I think It's a half thing for me.
Okay.
I don't like driving. I hate driving.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I ride with you or if anybody, like, you probably would hate me as a passenger because I'll probably fall asleep on you. You know what I mean? So flying would be the way to go, but I hate flying too. So it's like I can't win anywhere.
I'm just chilling at home. We're about to have a staycation. Yeah, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. I was gonna say, Lions Den said you like to sleep. He was all over it.
Yeah, he know.
That's so funny. Yeah, you know, when I've asked this question to people, that kind of along the same lines of Jay Gotti, you know, fly all day, get there, take a nap, and wake up. Like the ability to sleep while you travel does sort of speed up time in terms of like you getting to your destination and being able to enjoy it. That being said, though, man, there's nothing quite like a great playlist in the open road and a beautiful weather day. So I'm torn. It's not a fair question because I don't have an answer for it either. But I like yours. I'm just gonna stay at home.
I bet.
Oh man. All right. What is something that you've done that most people wouldn't know or be able to guess about you?
I was raised on a farm.
Interesting.
And yeah, I was raised on a farm, and I was raised around a lot of animals.
Okay.
A lot of animals. Like even to this day, I don't have an animal because I had it all my life, you know.
It's like too much.
Yeah, you know, like my daughter right now, she wants a dog, so
Okay.
it's like, oh god, you know.
Yeah, it's like, I just got a chance to get away from the responsibility of having animals.
But yeah, like people, when I tell people that, they be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know, they would never guess.
That's crazy. No, I definitely wouldn't have guessed either. Jay Gotti says, raised on a farm, you know what it takes to work. Love it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, man.
It's my grandmother and my grandfather. You know, my name comes from where I'm from. It's Kinston, North Carolina. I'm very proud of the place that I'm from.
Awesome.
It built core values, and you know, the killer is like, I'm just great at, you know, the games
at all
stuff,
the things.
You know?
It's a great name. I do like it.
I appreciate it.
That's fun, man. Yeah, I definitely would not have guessed. I would have never guessed that about you, but that's a cool fact. Now, do you get a chance to go back?
I do, but ever since, you know, COVID and everything like that, you know, and then, you know, my grandparents, they still had the farm and stuff, but, you know, they're getting older, you know, they're getting older, and they had to draw back a lot when it comes to it. But I do try to make a chance to go back. I want to go back soon, actually. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. Very, very fun. Wild, my boy Icy Wild Gamer says, if you could play one sport for the rest of your life, what would it be and what position?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know.
I'm gonna be honest. I grew up playing baseball.
Oh, okay.
I grew up playing baseball. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really can't watch it on TV, but I can watch it in person, and I can actually be in it. And if I was to play a position, it would definitely be first base. Man.
Okay.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. The adrenaline it was just something about that. You know. Yeah,
that's so funny. Did you play like through middle school and high school and the whole 9 yards?
I did like T-ball, Bambino, pre-Bambino, then I did middle school, and then after that I went to basketball and football.
Got it. Yep. Okay. That's so funny. I feel the same way. I would probably, if I had to only pick one, it would have to be basketball, just because I love basketball so much. But really high on that list would also be baseball. And I too was a first baseman, and there is nothing quite like, you know, being able to stretch and, you know, pick a ball out of the ground and, you know, make the save on a tough throw from a teammate, and, you know, the oohs and ahs you get. First base is the bomb, man.
Oh yeah.
First base is the bomb for sure. Jay Gotti says nothing like playing 1, 2, and 3 positions. Yeah, I mean those are, you know, everybody likes shortstop. Those are the flashy ones, but at the same time, you got to throw it, you got to catch it, and those positions get overlooked, unfortunately, too much.
For sure.
I feel it. It's good to see everybody. Thank you guys for stopping through. King Kang in the building. Sarah, Lions Den, I appreciate y'all all stopping through. Happy Thursday. Make sure you guys do me a favor and follow Kinston if you guys haven't had a chance. And we'll keep it rolling, my brother. What personality trait would you say has gotten you into the most trouble in your life?
Oh, man.
Yo, it's not 21 questions if I don't put you on the spot.
Personality trait that got me in the most trouble. I think I can be a little stubborn sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be a little stubborn. Like feeling because I used to get in a lot of trouble with with my mom and all that type of stuff. You know how you have your parents, they tell you like, hey, you shouldn't do that, it's hot, don't touch it.
Right.
But I'll be the one to touch it. You know what I mean?
Yep. I feel that.
I was out of all my siblings, I was a problem child.
you were the stubborn one, huh?
100%.
How many siblings did you grow up with?
2. So I have my sister, and then I have my brother. I'm the youngest out of all of them.
Okay. That makes sense too. The one just running around, can't tell me nothing. That's really funny. Yeah, that's a good one for me too. I'm an only child, but my parents raised me to be the kind of person who questions things in a good way, right? Always seeking to learn, always seeking to understand. And then next thing they know, I'm growing up and I'm going to college, and now we're arguing about everything because they can't prove their side of the point, or you know what I mean? They don't have, good evidence to back up whatever it is they're saying. And my dad especially would just be like, again, you hard-headed. What are you doing? Like, just nonstop. So I feel that too. Welcome in, Bert. Good to have you. Happy Thursday. That's a fun one. Okay. As I don't know what it's like. Are you still in North Carolina?
I'm still in North Carolina.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I've only been there one time to Charlotte, and it was beautiful in the middle of the summer. So I'm not really sure what the seasons are like in North Carolina for you guys. But if you could associate or consider yourself like a season, which season are you the most like?
I say spring.
Okay.
I say spring. I'm lively, man. I'm a lively individual.
Yeah.
Charismatic. I don't know. I shine. Not to toot my own horn, but I shine bright wherever I go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I live by that. Whoever I meet, I make sure it's an amazing experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm just a people person, and I feel like when it's springtime, everything just grows.
Everything's growing and blooming. Yep.
Yeah,
That's a good answer. I would agree. If you had to ask me what I thought you were, that's probably the one too. Either that or summer. Either one, but it would have been a bright, warm, inviting type of weather. And I like that. That's pretty fun. I'm similar. Very much grew up outgoing, very much a people person and personable. I definitely have a laid back bone in my body though. And I think that I definitely probably affiliate most with like the fall, like right now, right?
Gotcha.
We're cool. We're rocking like a light hoodie. We're vibing. The energy is a little bit more laid back before we get into the hibernation time of the winter. So, that would be probably how I would describe it.
Oh, dope.
My boy Bert McGirt with the follow. Appreciate you, Bert. Thank you for the love. Cryptic in the building. It's good to have you too, Cryptic. Happy Thursday. 21 questions with KinstonKilla. We're through the first 7, working our way through the list, and I'm having a blast, Kinston. How you feeling?
I'm having a great time.
Good,
These
man.
are awesome questions, by the way. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, I don't know what to really expect, but you know what? We're gonna go in. We're gonna have a good time with it.
Well, and I'm glad that you feel that way. I like to have the questions be meaningful and thoughtful, but also fun and inviting. I think that little bit of anxiety or anxiousness it gives people a lot of adrenaline and good energy when they come on, and that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, I had that for sure.
Okay, so we have your Twitch career has popped off. You're a huge full-time creator, and a network television channel has now said, we want Kinston to host his own talk show during the afternoon. What is the name of your talk show, and who's going to be that first celebrity guest that you invite on?
Oh, man. Yo, all right. All right, so the name of my talk show, Keeping It Real with Kinston, you know what I mean?
I like
it. So I think the start of the segment, or just the direction I would want the show to go, is just kind of like just asking those questions that a lot of people don't ask, you know, in interviews, or like just really getting to the bottom of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And my first guest, man, who would it be? Who would it be? I don't know. It might be Stephen A or something.
Oh, that's a good one.
It might be Stephen A.
Yeah. That's
I
not
gotta
a bad
ask him
one.
some questions, man.
That's a really good one. I definitely didn't expect you to go Stephen A, but he would be a lot of fun. He would be a lot of fun.
100%.
Yep. I like Keeping It Real with Kinston. If you ever decide to fire up your own podcast, that's not a bad title.
Oh man,
You might have to stash that away somewhere.
On the cuff.
I
man.
like it. I like it. Our homie Sarah wants to know, what's your favorite game to stream on your channel besides Call of Duty?
Well, one game that I'm really, really loving right now, and I'm low key addicted. Don't tell nobody.
Okay.
But Naraka Blade Point.
Okay.
If y'all never played it, play it. We do customs with me and a bunch of my friends.
Yeah.
It's super fun. If you like BR, Samurai, just any of that type of stuff, definitely look into that.
Okay.
It's a PC game. You can find it on Steam.
I thought I saw you playing that on stream the other day, like a week or so ago, right?
Man, dude, I have a problem.
Oh, that's funny, man. You know what? I kind of feel the same exact way in a different way. I think it's just a weird time for all of us. You know, I think as a content creator, the stuff that you gravitated towards and the stuff that you really felt like you wanted to do during the pandemic sort of evolved and has changed over time. And I feel like all of us are kind of branching out into spaces of gaming that we maybe always hadn't. That's a good example. I also have been locked in on Valheim, which is that weird Viking, like, you know, farming, open world. Like, literally, I'm in the woods with an axe as a Viking, chopping down trees. Like, I don't know what, you know, I'm out here usually playing Rocket League and Fortnite and all this stuff. And the only thing I want to play these days is Valheim. It's crazy. So I know exactly how you feel.
Invite me.
I'm going to have to.
Game.
Do you? Oh, man.
Yes, I have that game. That's why I didn't get New World, because I got so many MMOs already. You know?
You know what? I'm going to have to follow it up and figure it out, because the first time I played it on stream, the day I bought it, I streamed it. And it was actually one of my favorite streams in the past couple months. And a bunch of people in the chat were helping me through processes, but apparently, like, there's a server and I can invite people to my world. I don't really know how to do anything other than just kind of like fiddle around in the game yet. But as soon as I figure it out, you're on my short list. I'll definitely shoot you an invite.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. My boy Kablam is in the building. Wolf's Ripper is in the building. And Lucky Gadget Girl is here. Welcome in, y'all. It's good to see you. Happy Thursday. Thank you for kicking it with us. We are doing 21 questions with KinstonKilla. Please drop him a follow if you guys are in here and you're not following my guy. We're having a good old time. Kinston, if given the option to time travel to your past and give yourself some advice, not exactly what would you say, but what age would you go to and influence your past?
Probably about 7 or 8.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I say 8. Let's say 8. Yeah, 8 is that was a time where I wasn't as kind to myself and not really understanding that, you know, life happens, you know what I mean? And with that being said, you know, telling myself just everything is going to be all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, that's what I would say to myself. 8 years old will be a time that I will go back to.
That's a good time. Yeah, that's a really good answer, man. You know, some of those really influential formative years, especially depending on the influences you had. I know I certainly wasn't the most kind to myself during a lot of that time as well. So that's a good age to go back and try to influence, and like you said, just say it's gonna be all right. Calm down.
Yeah,
calm down.
100%. Because back in that age, man, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I have a sister and she's autistic.
Okay.
And we went to the same schools, and I was really hard on myself and also others because they didn't understand her, and I really put a lot of pressure on myself. So that being said, I just told myself, like, if I was to go back, I would tell myself, like, don't be so hard on yourself. It's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So. That is really good advice. I feel like that's the kind of advice we can take anytime. Like, it doesn't matter what 100%. Age. We can probably handle some of that. But shout out your sister. Shout out your family for working through, some of those challenges. And kids that age especially, they're dumb, man. They're terrible. And, they're afraid of the stuff that they don't understand. And that's a shame. So,
100%.
Yeah, shout out her. I hope she's doing well.
Thank you, man. Yeah, she's amazing.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Good deal, man. Jay Gotti says he bets you're a great brother. I bet too. I bet too.
Yeah. That's my heart, man.
Love it, man. Love it. Jay Gotti, thank you for the 21-month resub, by the way. I didn't catch that. I apologize. Thank you for the love and support, man. Also an incredible content creator. Jay Gotti just hit 200,000 views on his YouTube channel, so major shout out to my guy Gotti. He's out here doing work, man. Putting out montages and weekly recaps of his stream. It's a great recipe for growing on YouTube, and I'm really happy for him. So thank you for the love and support, brother. Keep going. I'm excited to see where you go. KinstonKilla, what is one food you never understood why everyone liked it? What's that one food you look around and you go, this is terrible? Why y'all rocking with this?
All right, so I'm a country boy. All right, I'm a country boy. A lot of people don't rock with some of the stuff that the country folk eat. All right, but I never understood why my family or anybody that was around me at that time ate chitlins.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I was just like, it was just not it.
Never got down with it.
I couldn't get down with it. That and cottage cheese, bro. I was like, nah.
Ain't messing with cottage. Yeah, I'm not a cottage cheese guy either. Yeah. And the texture and I are not friends. My wife loves it, man. She has it in the house like all the time. So I'm, what are you doing? She's got like all kinds of dips, and I'm like, yo, you know how many other things you could use as a dip? What we doing that for? That's a good one though. Chitlins. So I'm mixed. My dad's black, and on my dad's side, any of those types of get-togethers, you had, the deep fryer with chicken and fish going, and then chitlins for those who were interested. And I remember some of my dad's friends, maybe some of my older uncles, trying to get me to try it, and I'd be like, I don't know if. Like there was just, it was off from the get-go at a young age. I was like, no, you ain't tricking me with that.
The cleaning process is just the start.
No, man. Yeah, man. Jay Gotti says chitlins can be really dicey. Better have someone who knows how to do it right. Gotta clean them. Bert says, yeah, that's a lot of work. Yeah, that's a lot of work that you could do all that work and still get it wrong. I'm not about that life, man. No, sir. No, sir. Yo, Z, welcome in. Reaper, thank you for that follow. I appreciate you guys coming through and hanging out. I'm shouting out Kinston nonstop today. That's the homie. Definitely show him some love. And I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your Thursday to come kicking it with us. Thank you so much. Kinston, this is a good question. This is one of my favorite questions that I've asked. Okay. If you could live in any TV home that we all grew up with, which home are you living in?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I love that one.
That's a good one, man. Oh, man.
All those great TV homes from the 90s sitcoms and stuff.
Right. I ain't even gonna lie, it'd probably be Fresh Prince, man. it had a good dynamic. You know, I'm very silly. You know what I mean? Being around Carlton and Will will probably be phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And just that whole family dynamic. I mean, it's a lot of shows that I grew up with, and I looked at the family homes and the dynamic of their chemistry and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, like, that's awesome, Yeah. But Will's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air definitely stands out to me.
That's a good one. That's usually the one that I've gone to as well whenever I've asked people. So I'm not gonna repeat it for you. I can't just follow the same one. I'll add probably a close second though, and that's the house from Smart Guy. Right?
You know what? That's a good one.
That's a good one. With a close third being like the Boy Meets World house, because that's, Dad has the basketball hoop on the garage. Everybody kind of grew up with the Boy Meets World house, but that's a good one too. I mean, Fresh Prince, man, just a classic. Just a classic. Bert said he knew you were gonna say Uncle Phil.
Oh yeah.
And Bert wants to know, which Aunt Viv are you gonna pick? The first one or the second one?
The first one, man.
Yeah.
100%.
I agree.
I love them both.
Yeah.
But the first one just hit different.
Yeah, agreed. I agree with that. I was always with the first one too. Even though, like you said, the second one was great too. But yeah, the OG cast is always gonna be special. Jay Gotti says the Sopranos house, pool, nice size property, guns in the wall. You got it all, man. You're chilling in that house. That's a good one. That is a good one. Okay, you never watched The Sopranos? I've seen clips, but I haven't sat and watched it start to finish. One of my best friends is a huge fan of like all of that genre and all of those films. Hardcore Italian, and he would be appalled if he heard me saying I had never seen the Sopranos. He would disown me. I do need to get down on that. You're all over it, Gotti. I mean, Gotti with the J Gotti name. I mean, of course he's on the Sopranos. Bert says the Bundy house always had some eye candy. No one's chilling with Al and Peg. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good house too. I remember I was like so I turned 32 in March. I'm almost 33, and that show was like slightly ahead of my age, but my dad was a big fan, so it was on in and around the house, and there's nothing quite like Married with Children. Shout out. Good show. All right, this is a fun question. This is a little bit of a thought experiment, but I like to play with this one. I think this one tells us a lot about you.
Okay.
You have been arrested. Your family and friends have been told and notified that you're in jail, but they won't tell your family and friends what happened. What do you think they're going to say that you got arrested for?
What would they say? My family would say, correct?
Family or friends, just the people that know you the best. They're going to find out that you're locked up and they got to come bail you out, but they're not told what you did. So they're going to be left to speculate. What do you think they're going to say?
I'm trying to think, like, what would they say I got arrested for? That's a good one, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I honestly don't know. Honestly don't know, because I'm a straight and narrow type dude. But if anything, I would say something to do with like traffic, like
like road rage.
Maybe. Like, you know what I mean? I'm human, guys. I'm human.
Yeah. I feel that. I definitely, I feel like mine would definitely be like speeding or something for sure. I was whipping it too hard. I had my music up too loud. Now they locked me up. Something like that.
Yeah, because I used to have a motorcycle. And,
okay.
And when I had my motorcycle, man, speeding was a big one. It will probably be either speeding or something to deal with traffic for sure.
I love it. That's funny. Bert McGirt says they'd say whatever it was, he did that shit.
He gonna stay in there. He gonna stay in there. I'm sorry, I ain't got that money. That's
Oh man, that's so good. That's so good. Oh man. Reaper says you'd be going to jail for making a cop's lady laugh too hard with him around.
Hey, I had young ladies say I was Kevin Hart funny back in the day.
I like it. Yeah, man. Yeah, and the laugh is infectious, which is a big piece of the puzzle too. I love it. Amy Pops hit us with a 7-month resub. I love you, Amy. Thank you so much for the love and support. Hashtag mixed gaming out there for me and Amy. Shout out my sis. And Adrene is in the building. Adrene is actually going to be my next 21 Questions guest. So shout out her too. We love Adrena in here too. Appreciate you guys for stopping through, tabbing us up, doing whatever it is you're doing, listening, checking in on us. You guys are the bomb. Jay Gotti says Kimbro's doubling the speed limit out here with his speakers banging. Oh man, high school Kimbro was a damn fool. Damn fool, man. Let me tell you.
Man, I remember back in the day, when I first got my first car was a Grand Marquis in 1997.
Okay.
And I was like, I gotta have rims on it. So I got rims. Then I got the speakers, that turn it all the way up, the whole trunk rattling. Right? I had it for a week.
Oh, no.
And I walk outside and it's on center blocks.
No, they took your shit.
It was on center blocks, man. When I tell you I fell to my knees crying.
Oh, man. I got my boy up on the blocks. You hate to see it. Dang, man.
Oh,
that's so funny. You know what? It makes a lot of sense that we've been able to be friends and hit it off so well, because I had a very similar story. My first car was just a standard little Honda Civic, but it was around the time where Fast and Furious was a huge influence on the culture. So I had aftermarket rims. I had that loud little exhaust that made way too much damn noise. Put 2 12-inch subwoofers in the trunk and rattled Chris Brown and all of these artists we grew up with. So I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that.
Oh, man.
I love it. Bert says the Grand Marquis, 2.4 miles per gallon?
Man, it's a big car.
I was about to say, it's a big car. Reaper says a Honda. They definitely took your shit, Kimbro. Yeah, they did. In college, my speakers, I came out one day for class. My speakers, the only thing in the trunk was the wires dangling from where they were connected. The custom, the aftermarket faceplate, you used to put in your own radio because the stock one from the manufacturer was terrible. So I had my own special they took that too. Like, golly, man.
They ain't leave you with nothing.
Dang, I'm out here got my BlackBerry phone up to my ear while I'm driving because that's the only music we got in the car. I got no radio. Oh man, not fun. Not fun. Oh man, I love it. Reminiscing. Adrena says, I'm nervous. No reason to be nervous. We're gonna have some fun. Kinston said he was nervous too, but we're loving. Yeah. We're living it up.
Once you get in the seat, man, it's a breeze.
Yeah, we're big chilling.
Kimbros make you feel comfortable.
Well, good, man. Good. Jay Gotti said, turn the beats down a mile before getting to the house. That's a big fact.
That is true.
That is a big fact. I'd pull up in the driveway. My parents would be standing in the door. What are you doing, man? What is your music so loud for?
I'm telling you, what was that beat steady knocking? Middle of the club, got the whole club rocking. Turn that music down.
Yeah, man. Oh, girl, shake that. I mean, we had every song. Just the worst, the real introduction to, electronic beat software hip hop, where they're getting away from all of those actual instruments, and they're just using MIDI files and recordings of instruments. And then everybody had an 808. Everybody had a bass that just rumbled. And man, good times to be a young dummy just driving around.
Love those.
Good time. Let's see. My boy Dirk in the building says, "Not me, missing noties again." No, you're good, brother. We love you, Dirk. Thank you for pulling up the stream. Appreciate you. You guys are the bomb. We're working right on through this list. We're about 2/3 of the way through. How you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. If you had to teach one class on one topic, what are you going to be teaching?
Science.
Ooh.
I love science, y'all.
Okay.
Like, I love science. My favorite part of science though is like the planets, some about exploration and learning something new. I always been a very curious kid or a person. So, figuring out the unknown, or if it's something that I don't know, I gotta figure it out. So I'm gonna take the time. So that's kind of how I am with streaming too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't, if I get bored with it, I'll quit. Yeah. But I always try to find a way to improve, learn more, elevate, educate myself, so.
I believe that. I'm not surprised that science is a subject that gravitates towards you and you towards it. I feel like a lot of people who are real students of the game also feel that way too, right? And I get that about your channel. I get that about your community. Not necessarily that you're constantly reinventing yourself, but you're never settling, right? And I can appreciate that. There's no, sometimes you don't need to change something about your channel or about your stream, but you do it because you care about it. You want it to look good. You want people to feel like you are putting actual work and energy into what you're doing, into your craft. And that shines through. So I'm not surprised that you're a science guy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Our homie Bert says, had the Sony Explode system on knock. Oh man, I remember that. Man. I remember that. Where are the Star Wars figures? You have any?
No Star Wars figures. But
Star Trek in there too.
I have all like my Star Wars movies and stuff.
Oh,
like
okay.
That.
Yep.
I'm more of a Star Wars. I never really been Trekkie, so
yeah. No, I'm with you there. My dad was a big Trekkie, but I definitely gravitated towards Star Wars more. I got my Baby Yodas on the couch behind me, but that's about it in terms of figurines and stuff I have around the house. I have to share my space with the wife now, so I had to get rid of a lot of my my goofy fun stuff. Not that I had a lot, but I had to sort of make some concessions about what we're gonna do and what the aesthetic is gonna look like. But she let me keep the little fuzzballs over here, so I'm chilling.
Hey, there we go.
So I am chilling. All right, let's keep it rolling. What this is a little bit deeper, a little bit more into you and into your philosophy, but when we're talking relationships, and this could be friendships, this could be romantic relationships, what is a deal breaker in those relationships for you?
Not listening, you know what I mean? Not trying to understand, or sometimes us as people, we always want to get our point across.
Yeah.
But it's some saying, I can't really remember, but it was like, seek to be, listen to be understood. No, I don't know what it is, but it can't come to my mind. But actually listening, taking the time, and really taking the time and really trying to understand what a person is trying to tell you. You know what I mean? And if you really can't do that, and we can't have an open dialogue and stuff like that, it's really a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely get you. I mean, communication is got to be at the top, if not the top thing for any successful relationship, both, platonic, friendship, romantically. And you're right, man. I think a lot of times, especially in today's culture, we're constantly trying to make sure people hear us, but we're not always quick to listen to others. And that's an important factor that hopefully we all do a better job in time keeping at the forefront,
100%.
Yep, I feel that. Bert and Reaper out here, they got me cracking up, saying the wifey threw out my stuff. That's what that translation, she threw that shit out. I will say there's a couple things that when we first met and I was living by myself, they were in prominent display positions, and some of those things, they are deep in closets or boxes hidden away at this point. Not a lot of Star Wars stuff, but I've got like random sports memorabilia. I'm a huge sports guy, and so I've got full-size football helmets, for example, and jerseys. And long story short, I'm trying at some point in my house, in the future to have a full-size mannequin from Dick's Sporting Goods decked out head to toe in an Ohio State football uniform with authentic pieces from every level. I'm like almost, I've got official team issued pants, jerseys, helmets, cleats. I got almost everything. I need shoulder pads. I need gloves. There's a couple pieces I need. But for example, she's like, you ain't putting that shit out in this house. What are you talking about? So that shit is deep in the closet, not to be seen for a while. But yeah, that's a good example.
Oh, dope.
She's not having it. She is not having it. And then, she was like, what are you going to, like, what is the point? And I was like, well, it's partially a flex to show off all the, the pieces I got. But then I'm thinking to myself, my man is probably going to scare me one time when I come down the steps. Big bulk ass dude just like posing, and I'm going to not remember he's there. I'm going to have a heart attack and die on my basement floor. Like, completely forgot he was here. Bert McGirt says, a Buckeye fan, let me take that follow back. No, you don't.
Oh, no.
Hit me with the gold blue. Get out of here. Get out of here. I love it. Gotti said, don't listen with the intent of replying, listen with the intent of understanding. That's beautiful.
There we go.
Love it.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Gotti's all over it.
Thank you so much, Gotti.
Yep, Gotti is all over it. All right. Speaking of sort of, kind of staying in the same realm of being thoughtful and mindful and present, what is your favorite form of self-care?
Favorite form of self-care?
Yeah, you've had a really tough day, or you're in a really tough spot. What's a go-to activity or behavior or thing that you really kind of gravitate towards to sort of get yourself back on track, reset your mind, kind of get yourself back to a healthier place?
A lot of people don't know this, but I like to read.
Okay.
I like to read. I always liked to read as a kid, and then I fell off of it, and then as of late, my boy Lions Den, he gave me a book because I was telling him, what I was going through at the time. And he gave me a book, and I still have it. It says, Cry Like a Man. And it's a very great read. And when I started to really interpret what the book was trying to tell me, it made me have that passion for it again.
Yeah.
And it was really soothing. You know what I mean? And so reading a book, taking the time out to be by myself, decompress, take my mind off of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful, man. That's exactly what I was curious to know. What is that go-to behavior? And it's obviously, I think we take reading for granted. It's such a unique and impactful thing, and it can be taken away from us or not given to us so quickly and so easily. And we just kind of go about our days not really caring about it. But imagine you were in a different country or you had a disability and it wasn't quite so easy. So that's a beautiful thing, man. Good for you for strengthening that brain muscle,
Yeah, man. You can't let it wither away.
I feel it. I feel you. Lucky Gadget Girl with the follow. Thank you so much. Everybody coming through from Kinston's community. Appreciate having you guys in here. He's somebody that I look up to and am happy to call a friend in this crazy online space. So if you're a friend of his, you're a friend of mine. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Reaper says, reading, what's that? Like texting and stuff? Cracking me up, man. Cracking me up. I would say for me, definitely reading. Definitely, I would say for me though, music tends to be a spot for me. And not just like I'm in the car and I've got music on. I mean like getting a good pair of headphones, sitting in a quiet corner or going for a walk and really listening and paying attention to music and hearing every little hi-hat sound or that little low harmony that comes through only when you hear through headphones instead of through speakers or on a phone. Stuff like that is the kind of thing that I usually go to as a way to bring myself back as well.
Dope. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Okay. So we're doing another little time travel experiment. All right. This one I think is interesting because
a
lot of people talk about time travel in a variety of ways, but I've never thought of it like this until this question came to me. Would you rather travel back in time and get to spend and meet your ancestors, or travel into the future and get to spend time and meet your descendants?
Probably meet my descendants. I would say meet my descendants, just to be able to see how everything, see how everything transpire after I'm gone. You know what I mean? I'm raising a beautiful young lady right now, and being able to see how her life, transitioned into, whatever direction she decides to go into. And just really getting to meet them, and I would say definitely descendants. You know what I'm saying? I was 100%.
That's a good one. I know that's tough.
That's hard, but I'm gonna definitely go descendants.
Descendants. Yeah, that I've thought about that one before, and I feel like I would like to know that for a similar reason, and that's to understand at Ohio State and when you're in the marching band at OSU and all around the campus, they drive home this phrase of pay it forward, right? And the whole concept of leaving a place or a space better than you left it. And I would like to know, like you said, did we set them up to succeed the way we hoped to, so that they could thrive and survive and live a better life than what we were given? I mean, I feel like that's what my parents' goal was from the get-go. I hope to have that impact on my kids, and the same thing.
100%.
So I definitely probably would do the same thing, travel forward and see what was going on.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Lions Den says, we got the Battle Cry book next, homie.
Hey, let's go. He talking about the next book. The next
Is this a series?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
if
same
it's really,
author, maybe?
Yeah, same author.
Okay.
I forgot the author's name. It's not coming to me right now, but definitely same author, and he just came out with that book. Yeah, Jason Wilson. Yep.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I've been slipping on my physical book reading, but we are a pretty big audiobook family. We like to listen to audiobooks, so that might be something I have to take a look at too. Jason Wilson, okay. Reaper says, show up 2 generations into the future later to see his great granddaughter being a thug or a punk, and immediately goes into dad mode.
Oh man, I you know what? I don't know. Because you gotta think, things change generationally, right? So the way I came up and everything like that, and the values that I have, it might be different in the future. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, but I'm a very open-minded individual. So, it's like, hey, if this is the way you want to live your life, this is the way you want to live your life. Maybe I can, instill a little bit of knowledge and things that I've been through, and, encouragement into you. And hopefully it instills, but for the most part, man, I'll be like, hey. That's a tough way to be, but
Yep, I feel that. Yeah, I kind of feel the exact same way. It would be tough to obviously see something going wrong in the future, but like you said, every generation deals with different challenges. Every generation has different adversity they face, and my hope would be that they were, just trying to make it work no matter the circumstances. And it still would be really interesting to see, though, for sure.
Yeah, never give up, man.
Yep.
Never give up.
I'm with you. All right, let's we touched a little bit on you being, raised on a farm and having a, I don't want to say interesting in a bad way, but certainly I would consider it an unconventional, from the way I see you present today, upbringing. What was your favorite age growing up?
Oh, favorite age?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Woo. Man, favorite age. Man, I had so many highlights in different age groups, but I would say probably 14.
Okay.
About 14.
Okay.
I was really, God rest her soul, my great grandmother. I was really around her a lot, and she instilled some amazing core values into me. And she really took the time and really made me understand the world in a way. And she was like my comfort. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it was a very fun age, and I got to travel with her.
Nice.
You know, and you gotta understand that in North Carolina, before her, I didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
And she gave me the opportunity and took the time to really travel. Like, hey, come on with me.
Yep.
And I got to see the world a little bit. So
that's very cool. That's beautiful. And shout out her for, it always takes somebody sort of reaching back and kind of bringing, a different generation or a youngster along and exposing them to new things. And that allows somebody to really truly grow and develop as a person. And travel is a great way to do that. And so shout out to her for having you tag along and wanting to, kind of give you that experience in your younger years.
100%, because, it's like that whole pay it forward mentality. So that interaction and that time and that care that she put into me, I'm gonna do the same for the next. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, even for my daughter, it's important for her to see the world, know that this is not the only place. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And really enjoying life and experiencing life. So I want her to be in school and be like, hey, I've been there. And her friends like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. I know what that looks like.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, I completely agree. I definitely feel bad for younger generations from the standpoint of, obviously with COVID and some of the issues, people can't travel. It's not very safe. And I hope that doesn't hold them back or deter someone's desire to go out and see the world. And shape and change a whole generation from wanting to go travel. But yeah, man, it's funny you say that, because some of my most formative years and favorite years when I look back on it were a little bit older than what you said. I was in my early 20s, like from 19 to 22 when I was in the band, and it was the first time I got a chance to travel. And it was the first time I got to see different parts of the world. A lot of times it was, in the context of going to a football game or going to, something like that. But even something as silly as there was a time where I got a chance to compete in a Red Bull tournament with 3 of my best friends from the drum line. We represented Team USA, one of five universities who won a competition playing drums with only school supplies. And they flew us to Rio, Brazil, 3 nights, 4 days, and we competed in the world championships against all these other college kids from 15, 16 different countries. And just stuff like that, which I would have never had an opportunity to do as an inner city public school kid from Central Ohio. So those types of moments were really, really cool. And those are the years that I really look fondly on, because they involve travel, like you said.
I love that, man. That's amazing. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man. I'll have to dig up the YouTube video. My boy Snowstorm, my boy Dan, he was in college with me, and it was crazy, man. We were filmed on the local news in Columbus, and we had all of these people on campus at OSU voting for us, and it was pretty fun. And some of the people we met from the U.S., when you're in a foreign country and only a handful of people around you speak English, you become really close friends with those people real fast. Yeah. So the guys from the University of Belmont, and the guys from the University of California or whatever, wherever they came from, Michigan State, whatever it was, we stay in touch with them still to this day, which is pretty cool too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. It was a good time. I'll have to find it. We made a YouTube video, and a bunch of people got a chance to vote watching the video. It was up on the Red Bull website for a while, but it's now archived forever on YouTube. I'll have to pull it up and share it on social media someday.
Definitely. Please do it.
Yeah, man, I will. Okay, couple more questions for you. What's an underrated app that you have on your phone that everybody should be aware of?
Oh, man. All right. Let me see here. This might sound cheesy. This might sound cheesy, but Crunchyroll.
Oh, what is that? I've heard that before.
It's the anime site, man.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm a big anime person, man, and I can just sit here on my phone, click on it, and just pick a handful of animes that I could just sit and watch. You know?
Yeah, that's
and
so funny.
It's underrated, man. It's just underrated. If you don't watch anime, just take the time out and just watch them.
You know what? There's a couple people who I didn't expect to be anime fans who have told me about Crunchyroll or have said, you know, you should check out an anime and just give it a chance. I never have. I didn't grow up watching it. I know a lot of people literally like live and die by it. But I have never seen it. So I that's, first of all, Crunchyroll, good call. Second of all, is there a particular anime for for beginners? Like, what's a good one to get into?
I would say it depends on your style. Like, think of the movies that you watch. You know, they got pretty much the same genre, but just in anime form, right? So if you like your suspense, you like your action, just nonstop action. You got, you know, the love story. You have just different types, right?
Yeah.
So I would ask, what would you be into? What would you be into, Kimbro? Like, what type of movies do you like?
You know,
and then I can base it.
Yeah, based off that. I definitely am a huge fan. Like, when I catch myself taking in content, I tend to find myself gravitating towards laughing and smiling over being scared or fearful. So
gotcha.
I don't know if that helps, but definitely anything that would be comedic or humorous. And I don't know if humor translates across, you know, different languages and stuff, but anything like that would be dope.
All right. Well, I would say what Lion said, My Hero Academia is good.
Okay.
That's a good one to kind of start with, just based off I'm the type of person, if I watch an anime, I want to be able to feel the character. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Understand the character and kind of have a tie to it, just to see that growth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that in real life too, you know? Like, just seeing a person, or say, me and you, we met and everything, and seeing, you know, your progression, your growth, and your channel and stuff like that. That excites me. You know what I mean? So it's the same situation. My Hero Academia, Naruto is a good one. Gods of High School is a good one. It's a wide variety, man.
Okay.
I can send you a list later.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely, I definitely need to check it out, because I will say the one thing that's been a beautiful thing about Twitch is it's exposed me to a lot of different people, but it's also exposed me to a lot of different new forms of media that I was the guy who woke up and just mindlessly turned on SportsCenter and left that on for I'd be able to recite the entire episode after a couple hours in the morning as a kid. So it was either live sports or highlights of live sports the next day. So I did, and then in a movie or a TV show after that. But so there's a bunch of gaps that I have, in my learning and in my upbringing. So I definitely need to catch up and understand what the buzz is all about for sure.
Got you.
Jay Gotti says nothing wrong with watching multiple sports centers. Right, man? That's what I'm saying. Except for nowadays, they try to get on my teams too much. I can't, man. Y'all need to leave Baker Mayfield alone. Let my man do his thing. I don't need to hear Stephen A. and freaking Shannon Sharp. I mean, they got 18 people talking about Baker 3 days a week. I'm out.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it real with Kinston, I would either Stephen A. or one of those guys up there. I'm like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, man.
Talk to the people. Why y'all talking about our boys like this?
Why? Why you got to do that? Yeah, no, absolutely. That's hilarious. I love that. My boy Wild says Pod Decks, which is a great, it's a great, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a multimedia everything. A guy who's growing and building something on Instagram. His name is Travis. He has a company called Pod Decks. And for people who host podcasts or are into interviews, he has a kind of the types of questions you get inside of Cards Against Humanity. And there's different editions and different extra add-on packs. It's a very similar thing to like Apples and Apples and Cards Against Humanity. These cards are just designed with a different theme to make you think about different questions, right? So a lot of the things that I've asked tonight, you know, have kind of like sparked my idea from looking at pod decks from Travis. And anyway, he has an app, a mobile app, so you can have it on your phone as well. So it's pretty solid stuff.
You know what's crazy is I remember watching one of your streams.
Yeah.
I forgot the young lady that you was interviewing, but you had the cards.
Yes, I did.
You had the cards, and I seen how you was doing it, and you know, I was really intrigued by it. But the fact that he got a app, that's amazing.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job, and he's sort of starting to increase his presence on a couple different platforms. He's getting into TikTok and YouTube and stuff. It really just was an Instagram and a little like almost like an Etsy store, if you will. Okay. And now he's starting to build it out and grow as a creator himself. So, you know, you said it. It's fun to watch the people that, you know, you kind of have known sort of evolve and progress and, you know, change and kind of just improve their stuff over time. It's always really fun to watch and cheer for. So,
for sure.
I feel that. Okay, I got a couple more for you. What is something that you understand about your life today that you didn't understand just 1 year ago?
What do I understand about my life today that I didn't understand 1 year ago?
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. Setting up a proper stream.
Okay.
You know, I come from a PlayStation camera, you know, and all you had to do was just hit the going live button, you know.
Yeah.
But then, you know, pretty much a year ago today, I got a PC.
Okay.
And, you know, I had some amazing people in my corner that helped me and that really taught me how to maneuver in a way, you know, from Lion's Den, Lucky Gadget Girl, Reaper PC. And, you know, they helped me a lot. And knowing how to set up, you know, from overlays to sounds, different stuff like that. And what they taught me, I carried it with me and continued to progress. You know what I mean? So I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah, man, that's a good one. That's a really good one. And it kind of speaks to the same theme that we've had sort of running throughout the conversation so far. And that's just, you know, sort of that constant desire and sort of innate feeling of wanting to get better and not settling for whatever it is that you're doing, and it's an inspiring thing, and it's fun to watch. So good for you for learning how to handle the PC life and setting up the stream.
Oh man,
I was in the same boat just a year before you, because I was like, I came off the PlayStation 4, I had a headset mic, and I didn't know anything about a computer, and I was fortunate enough, like you said, to have somebody help me pick out and custom build a PC. And you know, thank goodness there's some good YouTube tutorials out there, and I've stumbled across the right educational content to sort of be able to do what the heck we do today. But yeah, man, I feel the same way.
We love to see it.
I do. I feel the same way. All right, what is I got two left. What's a piece of advice that you were given that if you listened to it, you would not be where you are today?
A piece of advice that...
So
say it one more time.
Yeah, what's a piece of advice that you were given that if you had listened to it, you wouldn't be where you are today?
Oh man. Let me see. If I listened to it, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. At the time I was at a job that I didn't like. It was very stressful and everything like that. But the advice that I was given is like, don't quit your job. That is your livelihood. That's what you know, all this different type of stuff.
Yep.
And I chose my mental health. And I quit the job. But with me quitting that job, it really opened my eyes and opened the door for so many amazing opportunities to come into my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that itself, what I had to understand was, first of all, that's somebody else's dream. If I'm not happy with any with any situation, I got to make the best choice for me, and make my situation a better situation for myself and also my family, you know? So I'm glad I didn't listen to that advice.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just got to take a leap of faith, you know, and I did, and it turned over in my favor, you know? So that's one of the things.
That's good. That's exactly the kind of, like, it's an interesting question because it kind of flips what you're thinking. You know, a lot of people ask you, oh, what great advice did you get to get you here? But I'm also curious in understanding what bad advice did you get, or what advice went counter to what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it took courage and trust and belief in you, in your own abilities to be able to make it happen. That's also important stories to tell.
100%.
Yep. My boy Packer Taco, what's up, brother? Happy Thursday. Lions Den said you got to jump, baby. Real talk. You guys have been great. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Kinston, I got one more question for you on my list. Any other questions that everybody in the chat may have, you know, feel free. We can throw them in here. But I always end this particular series segment with this question. This is like my final question. I ask everybody the same one. And you kind of started this by saying you appreciated that I take time out to put the spotlight on other people with this segment. And this question sort of does the exact same thing, but for you. And that is, which of your friends or family members are you the most proud of, and why?
Oh, man. Ooh. Man. It's a long list, man.
We got time.
All right. I'm very proud of my family, my daughter. I'm very proud of my friends, Lions Den, Lucky Gadget Girl, Reaper. My mother, my sister, my dad, his wife, just pretty much a lot of people, the people that's really close to me. I'm proud of where they're going, to see their growth, their potential. Glad to call them my friends. Amazing support system. I'm just very appreciative because, you know, time is the most expensive currency you can ever give somebody. And the fact that people take the time out and really try to really invest in whatever you're passionate about, or just really want you to be the best version of yourself, you got to hold them close.
Yep.
And I'm just proud of everybody that's in my circle. You know, I'm very passionate and very, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I love hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But for the most part, I'm just proud of everybody that's around me, you know, because I just like to see people be successful, you know?
Yep.
Be successful, be the best version of you, continue to grow, continue to elevate, and just motivate, you know, uplift, motivate, and just be dedicated to whatever makes you happy in your life. And I live by that. So
I agree. I see it. I feel it. I feel like everybody who spends time with you or your channel and your community, they feel it too. And you know, I would say one of the things that I appreciate the most about you, and that I hope people say about me, is that genuine. And that's the word that I would use to describe you, probably to a T. And whether it be how you handle your business or how you care for people, you've always come through as genuine to me. And that's a beautiful thing. And one of the main reasons why you've become a friend of mine, and why I really wanted you to come on for this segment. So, and congrats to you. Congrats to the people in your world that keep winning and thriving. And man, we appreciate your time and just want nothing for the best for you, for real.
For sure. Thank you for having me. Thank you again for taking the time out your night and even suggesting me. I mean, it's so many other streamers that you could have reached out to, but you know, the fact that we've been trying to work this out for months, but we finally came together and we got it going. And I must say, you know, I've been on podcasts, but this is one podcast that I really had a great time doing, man.
Man,
I
beautiful.
love what you're doing. keep shining, keep doing amazing things out here, dude. And I can't wait for your next 21 questions. And I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you, man.
Same, my brother. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you again so much for all of that. GG's to everybody. Thank you, chat, for being here and being awesome. Kinston, thank you for your time and your kind words and your wisdom, man. Have a wonderful rest of your night and weekend. You know, I'm sure we'll holler at you soon. But yeah, man, stay safe, take care, and thanks again for coming on.
All right, peace out, y'all.
All right, brother. Chat. Oh, man. Kinston, what a guy. Very, very lucky, very fortunate to be able to kick it with him and call him a friend. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out today. These are always so much fun, and I'm really glad and grateful to have them back. It's been a handful of